What's up, everybody? Peak out here in Singapore, and I'm excited because it's 11:11 out here at the moment. So you know how I feel about numbers. I feel good about them when I see repetitive numbers. It makes me feel good anyway. Um, Tonight, I did want to introduce you to another one of our summit speakers. So, as you know, we have 21 women coming together to speak about life and love and business and all of that lovely stuff so we can help you guys get moving on your own dreams. Now, this young lady is actually um, coming to talk to us. Something I actually love, but obviously I'm not the expert she is, so I'm actually really excited to bring her on so she can tell you a little bit about what she does, where she's from, how she started, and hopefully you'll get to know a little bit more about her when you register for the summit. Hey, how are you, Danielle? Hey, Camille.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm really good. So if you wouldn't mind, real quick, where are you based, please?
Chicago, Illinois.
Very cool. And how is the weather at the moment in
Um,
the Windy City?
it's the first day of spring, so there's no more snow, but it's not really quite spring-y yet.
But I am
Where are
taking
you
your background. It
located?
reminds me of some nice sunshine. I'm actually out here in the tropics. I'm in Singapore, so I am
Oh,
12
nice.
hours, no, 13 hours ahead of you. It's about 11
Okay.
o'clock in the evening here. Yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
yeah. So marketing is your thing, huh? You like
Yes.
marketing, and I see that you have a lot of webinars and coaching courses. You have a lot going on. You have a blog, you have a podcast, you have a lot that you're taking care
Yes,
of
we
business
are
here.
everywhere at this point. So my background, I worked for L'Oreal USA. That's where I interned when I was in
Wow.
college. And then I worked
Nice.
for Coca-Cola for 4 years. So
Okay.
for me, what I'm doing and what I've done is I've taken all the information that I've learned at these big corporations and then I've packaged it up. And so I'm selling it to smaller to medium-sized businesses because everything's pretty
Nice.
much the same. If you think about the big brands, you think about the small brands, all you need to do is three things. One, you need to get new people to continue to try your products, buy your products, get
Yes.
to know you. Then you need to showcase those reviews. With
Right.
Maybelline, you're feeling beautiful, right? And with Coca-Cola, you're sharing happiness. And so you just need to figure
Right.
out what's your niche, what's your win, and how do you share your reviews. And then there's some sort of sales.
Very
So
cool.
for me, my sales are webinars, which are free things
Nice.
or cheap ways that people can get sessions. And then I'm always selling. So I'm selling my courses or my packages, or I'm telling you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so I can get your views and get that ad money. But there's always something. But for me, you just kind of mix and match. I'm giving and then I ask for something. And for there,
Is
it's
that
like a
jab jab?
partnership.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. A lot of
I
people
love it.
forget that part. They like only post
Yeah.
their stuff and it's like you got to post what your people want.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to to figure that out though, because people are at different levels in their life. So you need to be so good at what you do and know everything, like really know it backwards and forwards so you can offer like level one and level two and level three. So
Mm-hmm.
I am amazed. I'm looking at your link bio here and it's like there's so much stuff. I like marketing in that I like building communities. So I like doing like face-to-face, business-to-business kind of stuff. But you've kind of got the whole bag in here. So I kind of want to dial it back and go back to the beginning. Like, how did you decide marketing was a thing? Is that what you studied in college?
Yes. So I'm one of those lucky
Cool.
people that I studied exactly what I'm
You
doing now.
stayed in the
There's
track.
no
Okay.
yeah, there's no crazy story. For me, I got accepted into the College of Business at my university, which is the University of Illinois in Champaign. And then from there, I decided that I wanted to do marketing. I wasn't sure. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to be an accounting major or a marketing or management. And so I decided to do both marketing and management. And really why that started is because not only am I analytical, like I love data and all that nerdy stuff, but I'm also
Okay.
creative. And so that was the one where I could kind of mission together.
Yes.
And I always knew about business. My father works in healthcare. My mother had a business degree. So I kind of was aware. I was exposed to the area. However, neither of them did marketing. So I really had to find my own way. And so what I
Got it.
tell people is it's not really what you know, it's definitely who you know. And just to get involved with a lot of these programs. So the program that I did that changed my trajectory was a program called Management and Leadership for Tomorrow. And it's
Okay.
basically a program that gets African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans into really dope internships. And it was started by this
Okay.
Black man named John Rice, who went to Yale. And then John Legend, the singer, he also went to I think an Ivy League school. So he helps to fund.
Nice.
And so that's how I
That's some
got
cool
my
trivia.
internship. Yeah, so that's how I got my internship with L'Oreal. And that's where I was
But
exposed to
that's a
marketing and
major
branding.
brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one, the number one beauty company in the world, but then I'm exposed to like influencers and marketing, and I was doing a whole product launch, and I got to see like we're sending stuff to people, and I'm like, what is this world? Let me take a mental note and also just soak up everything. So that's why I would
Yes.
say like it's the journey. For me, like my journey to
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship was a little bit easier than maybe some other people because I had these great brands and these great experiences. And
Yeah.
because of these kind of corporate structures, I knew how to set goals and create these platforms and these programs, because creating it is the hardest part. But once you create a thing, you can just sell. But literally recording, hating your voice, having to edit, like it happens to us
I definitely
all.
know that.
Yes, it happens to us all. But once you're past that
Mm-hmm.
part, it's so much easier. And so I've been able to package this up, get speaking gigs. The furthest place I've gone is Ghana. I was sponsored to
Wow.
come and speak in Ghana in September at a conference, and it's all because like everything kind of led to that moment. And now like I'm working on a couple
That's
other
amazing.
international trips, and it's amazing.
I'm excited for you. So I don't want you to give away too much because I can tell you're excited. You love what you do, and you're already
Yes.
giving us so many nuggets. Like I can see it. So I do want to save something for the summit, but in the meantime, I know you also have an upcoming webinar that you've got planned. But I like the way it's packaged. I really like the fact that it's called "Drink the Coffee, Then Do the Things." Like really, like let's just get going. Let's go do the things. Is
Yes,
there a date
absolutely.
set up for that upcoming webinar?
So basically what people can do, if you click my link in bio, you can just go ahead and sign up for my freebie. And that is a 2-week email course where I give you my behind the scenes strategies and things like that. And once you sign up, then when I blast my next webinar, then you'll already know when it is and you can sign up. So
Very
my
cool.
focus for people is to go ahead and get them on my email list. That's like my main thing right now,
Of
just because
course,
it's so much
especially with that
easier.
recent blackout. I think
I
it
mean,
knocked
the
everybody
blackout
for a loop. They're like,
happened.
no, whoa, wait.
I know. But for me, like the blackout was one thing, but I think that when people allow you into like their email, it's just that much
Yeah.
closer to them buying because they trust you. So that's kind of what I've been seeing. And I get to, I'm a little aggressive. Like I email people a couple times a week and they don't mind. So I just
Okay.
continue on with it. So that's one of the things that I had to worry about. Like if anybody's listening and they're like, I want to do this, but I'm something's holding me back. Well, the first thing that was holding me back was I thought that I was annoying. And you're not annoying, and it's in your head, and you really have to like literally get out of your head. You're not annoying for posting about your business every day on social media. It's social media. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what it's
You're
meant
not
to do. Yeah,
annoying,
that's the whole purpose.
the whole purpose. And so, people are still following you because they're interested. If they weren't interested,
Yeah.
they could literally unfollow. So I had to like get out of my own head. And once I realized like, no, I'm supposed to be doing this. Who said this anyway? Like, girl, that's imposter syndrome has to go. Live without fear.
I've heard that a
Once that
lot
happens,
lately.
yes. And it happens because you're like, well, I'm not doing what she's doing. And it's like, so you're right where you need to be. And
Right.
I like to keep a journal, and also I like to keep like all of my business cards. And so that helps me keep in line. Like when you started, you had this card. And now like look at all the stuff that you got on this card, and it just looks amazing. And look at the direction that you're going.
Right.
And you have to kind of take a step back and say, I'm doing some really great things. And it's a lot of people that aren't doing any of this stuff. And so I need to
No,
give
and they're
myself
selling
grace.
all kinds of stuff.
Yes, ma'am. So for me, like if people are like, well, how can I get in contact or what's going on? So my signature service is called Marketing Strategies That Convert to Sales. And it's a 12-month program. And what we're doing is each month we are touching on a topic, perfecting it, giving you time to hire help because you can't do it on your own, and then going to the next. So we first
Nice.
start with creating your signature service and your free opt-in. And yes, we are multifaceted. You're going to offer a lot of different things, but people need to actually figure out and connect you to one thing. So for me, it's marketing strategist. Can I
You
do
got to start
websites?
somewhere. So drink the coffee and
Absolutely.
do the things.
Yes, yes, actually, absolutely. And so that's one of the things that we do. And then we do like a 30-day campaign for Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all over,
Wow.
because I'm personally on all the platforms and I'm personally increasing on all the platforms, and it all leads to one thing. And for me, I have interns, I have graphic designers, like I have a team as well. So I'm not doing
That's
anything that I
amazing.
haven't already done. Yeah, and so that's why I'm able to do so much, because I do have a team. You really
That's
literally
awesome.
can't do it by yourself, and you shouldn't want to. And I have a lot of automation tools as well, so I don't want people to think that I'm just out here. Like,
Automation
you
makes
definitely
it frees up a lot of space for you to be creative. Like to get to the point of what you want your genius to be or, how to showcase it, then the rest, it kind of, as long as you can communicate your dream, you're good, right?
absolutely. For me, like, it's a difference between like you struggling, and we all, first year for everybody's business is definitely a struggle, maybe even year two, like, but you definitely need to get a place where you can take a step back and breathe, because when you're in
Yes.
survival mode, you really can't be creative. But once you kind of are here and you have enough to cover your bills and things are kind of, that you're having some contracts that are ongoing, now you can be creative and do some fun stuff. And my mentality is just a lot different because I'm not in survival mode. There's nothing wrong with
It
it, just
is. It's
understanding
different though.
that your mind is going to be different.
It's absolutely true. Yes, for all of those newbies, people who are dreaming about, pursuing their dreams, people who are just now starting out, first year people, yes, there is a huge gap between where you are in survival mode when you're just starting out, you're taking a risk, you're very, very worried. That imposter syndrome really does kick in at that point. But once you can figure out what it is that you want and how to put it together, then having a team behind you, like, Danielle is suggesting, it's so much more helpful, and you can focus on the content itself rather than all the little, the nuances, how to put the video together, how the pictures need to look out, what your branding colors are. Those are minor
Yeah.
because those are the things that we usually use when we're a one-man team, right? Those are the things that we use to, oh, I can't do this yet because I don't have this done, and I can't do that yet because I don't have this done. So yeah, this is where everyone everyone gets a leg up a little bit.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I mean,
So
it's
I'm
okay. Start with
curious.
one thing. Mhm. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, for anybody, just start with one thing and make one sale. Like, before you start going into all this branding and web design and spending all this money, did you sell something? Like, that's the major key. I see some people come to me and
Okay.
they're like, oh, I want all this vision. I'm like, well, have you sold something, or have you gotten someone to actually opt into your email and purchase your freebie that's free? Because if you can't get somebody to buy your free stuff, like, you need to go back to the drawing board. We are in step like 10 and we need to get off of
Yeah.
step 1. So that was my only thing for those people that are like, I don't know what to do. Like, try one thing and sell it.
Pick one, yeah, and go with that. And if nothing else, what I found is you go with the one thing, right? And you get feedback from people. Either it's crap or it's okay, and there's certain things you need to tweak,
Mhm.
but at least you know where to go from there. It kind of gives you direction. You just got to pick one.
Absolutely. Yep. You
So
don't
what I
know
was
what
going
you
to
don't
ask you earlier was exactly until you try, unfortunately, until you try.
know.
I was going to ask you, you say you have this team behind you. How was it very difficult to kind of find the talent? Was
um,
it to kind of curate your team is what I mean.
yes and no. Like, I've gone through multiple people, and that's
Okay.
okay. And it's a part of the process.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that you have to grow. And so, yes, it's scary, but you can't do it all your own. And if you're literally like the thing that makes you tick, then how are you going to have work-life balance? So some things just
Right.
need to be sent to other people, and it's a trial and error thing. For me, like, I'm able to find good people because I'm really heavily on LinkedIn. I'm also really heavily in like my alumni group from
Okay.
my college. So I'm able to find like really dope people that have some of the basic skill sets that I'm looking for. So that helps. And then with social media, honestly, the more you post, the more people come to me asking me to work with me for free, honestly, because they need experience. They're trying to get, a job
Right.
for
They
real,
need to
and
prove
they see that,
themselves.
Yep. And so I will sit here and make a project for them so that they can get that like that job that they're looking for, but they're also going to get that experience. And it's helpful for me because I'll
Wow,
take,
that's
you know, free.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Because I mean, I'm excited that you're able to do that. You've, you know, obviously everyone has some kind of attrition, but you've gotten your team together. You know that you have strong connections with networks that, you know, you can continually get people from. But I also know as a new entrepreneur, a lot of people have a lot of trouble delegating. And for
It's
you to be
that
able to
rare.
offer what you have, how are you able to, like, that's one of those major excuses for why they can't move forward. Well, oh, no, no, you won't understand what I have in my mind. And come on, if you know well enough, you could probably describe it. But how did you overcome that? Because you do have a team behind you and
Yeah.
you're very
Yeah.
successful.
So one corporate experience, right? I already knew a lot of the stuff because it's just transferable skills. When I was working
Yes.
for, you know, Coca-Cola and L'Oreal, I was never by myself. I was always in a team setting
Right.
of some way. Either I was being
Okay.
trained or I was doing the training or we were working together as a group. So I already knew some of that. And then it's literally
Okay.
sitting down and saying, what does this thing entail? So for instance, let's say like we're on Instagram, so scheduling posts on Instagram. Well, if I know that I want to
Yes.
post 3 times a day every day, then I can
Yeah.
go ahead and time myself on what the time is for me. Now I can go ahead and delegate that because what you don't want to
Right.
do is say that you're paying someone by the hour and it only takes you 2 hours. You don't want somebody to come back and say it took me 8 hours, right? No, you just
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
proficient on it. If you need extra time because you're learning, great, but I'm not going to pay you for that. Or you can say, I'm going to
Wow.
just pay you like a lump sum. But you need to know what it is that you do so that you don't get taken advantage of. So that's what a lot of people
Exactly.
happen. Like there's
Yes.
groups that have tried to actually sell me for like scheduling, and they'll say we'll post 3 times a week on Instagram. Well, I know that my industry expert, so I know my industry
You
leaders
okay?
post every day. So if they post every day, then I know that 3 times a week is not going to give me the results that I'm looking for. So you have
Right.
to actually know what's going on, or you won't get not taken advantage, right? They're telling you what they're going to do, but you think that you're going
Mm-hmm.
to get this great results by hiring this person. And honestly, what they're doing is not going to work. It actually is
Right.
going to like harm you and it's a waste of money. But so many people are like, I
Exactly.
just want somebody else to do it. I want to like hand over the task too much. And that's just as bad as you doing all the work. It's not efficient.
Wow. Well, yeah, I still have trouble delegating, but I'm glad that you sound so confident. You sound like you've been doing this forever, it feels like. So I'm excited that you actually get to teach all of this because I mean, that's what we're here for, right? The purpose of this whole summit is to make sure that we cover all the bases. We'll probably cover them a couple of times with a couple of different people, but where else can you get this much information for free so that we can make sure that you start off on the good foot, even though we didn't? You get to learn from all of our mistakes collectively. Like, I think that's amazing. I think that's a really great, you know, a great way to start off or get yourself motivated to do the things. You know, if it's not coffee, maybe you come visit us and you do the things after.
Right, right. Absolutely. And so I think that that is major key. I'm so excited to hear from everybody because you can always learn. And specifically, I
Yes.
love coming to these things because I get to know the tools that people are using. Like that is what
Yeah.
like
It's almost
I
like
get
market
really
research.
excited about. I'm like, got it. I will be doing this
Hmm.
one for the invoice. Let me go compare. Let me get on YouTube, look at reviews, and
Yeah.
figure it out because that's half the battle. If people aren't ready to delegate actual humans, you need to figure out
Yeah.
some automation tools.
Yes, absolutely. Because there's nothing better than compounding your time. You don't want to be stuck with the mundane little itty bitty things and then the big things kind of fall out the way. Unless, of course, you're used to eating the frog so you can get the work done. Um, yes, absolutely. If nothing else, come watch us from market research. Come figure out what
Yes,
we're doing that might be a little bit different from you so you can tweak a little bit and make it even better. Very
absolutely.
quickly, are you more active on Instagram or Facebook, do you think?
I am more active on Facebook.
For
Now,
people to
I
contact
probably
you
should,
on
yeah,
Facebook.
so I probably should be
Okay.
more active on Instagram and things like that. But Facebook for me, I actually am a very big, like, I want to say like history buff. And so I love sharing
Okay.
articles and reading articles and all that. But I share a lot of videos on there. So for me, I like that. I actually am really big on
Okay.
Pinterest as well. So for people that are interested in like
I love Pinterest. It's
blogging,
danger zone for me.
yes, yes. So I like them all, but yeah, I'm trying to get more into Instagram,
Okay.
but yeah, Facebook is like my favorite platform.
Very cool. So for those of you joining us, please, please, please look up Average Black Girl. She's far from average, I'll tell you right now. But her title is Average Black Girl. If you look for her on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll be able to find her. And like I've
Mhm.
told everybody that came before in interviews, especially for this summit, if you're not sure, contact them. Yes, they have a great personality. Their energy is great on these, these interviews, and I feel good about it. But I want you to check them out for yourselves as well. This is not staged. I didn't give you any questions before we got on here.
Nope,
This is all you.
nope.
You're just fired
Mhm.
up in general, I think. So yes, I'm actually really glad to share you with everyone here in Asia. I'm hoping they're really paying attention. Obviously, this is up for 24 hours, but after this, I will pull it and post it on Facebook and tag you, and then on YouTube as well.
Okay,
So
okay.
search for Average Black Girl. She has a link in her bio, so you can actually go through and see. I'm like literally, I am looking at webinar, ConvertKit, the blog connection, web design, podcast, membership programs, online. She's got it all covered. Okay, if you didn't already know from the L'Oreal and the Coca-Cola internships and all that work she's done, she has. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right now. She's got everything covered. So please ask lots of questions. The only stupid questions are the ones you don't ask.
Mhm.
Jabs for Excellence says, yes, she is far above. Yes, see, we have confirmation. You're far above average black girl. So I am very excited to get to know you a little bit more. I don't know about y'all, but I am clearing that whole weekend so I can take pen and paper and sit down and listen to all of these 7 women each day. Okay,
Yeah.
different sections of life and business. I don't know how you could lose. Just it's just one weekend. It's one weekend
Yeah.
that could really
Sign
change
up. What
everything
are you
for you.
waiting for?
Exactly. Links are in my bio. I'm sure links are in your bio as well. Please
Mhm.
sign up. If nothing else, ask questions. Ask questions. Connect with people. Ask questions. Is there anything else you want to tell everyone?
No, that's it. If anybody has any questions, don't feel ashamed or scared to DM me. I respond back, and I will see you guys at
Yeah.
the summit.
Yes, ma'am. Camille, thank you so much for joining. I am so appreciative of your time. Thank you so much for putting aside time to talk to me. Anytime you want to come back on, let me know. We'll bring you back
Okay,
on.
I'm down.
Thank you. You
Bye.
take care.